Right, well, let's bring you some breaking news now. And the climate researchers from the UN have warned that it's now considerably more likely than not that global warming will breach the key 1.5-degree limit established by the Paris 2015 agreement. That's within the next 5 years. Let's bring in our climate change correspondent, Hannah Thomas-Peter. She's in the newsroom for us. So this is from the World Meteorological Organization, Hannah.
It is, and it's a sobering warning. It's the first time that these scientists have said, and they make a yearly prediction on this, that it's more likely than not that we will temporarily breach the 1.5 degrees temperature threshold by 2027. They've also warned that Arctic heating is likely to be 3 times faster than the rest of the world, and that it's 98% likely that at least one of the next 5 years is going to be the warmest on record. So why is this? Why has the prediction suddenly jumped from 50% likelihood of exceeding 1.5 to 66% likelihood of exceeding 1.5? Well, emissions continue to rise. They are heading in the wrong direction, and with those rising emissions, heat is going up too. Last year was one of the warmest on record. We've seen droughts in the southern US. We've seen ongoing droughts in Europe and problems with the water table. We're already at around 1.2 degrees of warming, as you can see from our climate data sheet there. But the other issue on top of emissions heading in the wrong direction is the return of the El Niño weather phenomenon, which tends to be associated with warming ocean temperatures and warming air temperatures. Now, as I said at the beginning of this report, the scientists did say that it was worrying but potentially temporary that we exceed 1.5. And that is because if there is a sharp reduction in emissions, it could well head back in the correct direction. But this is a really symbolic moment. The first time we've been this close to exceeding 1.5 potentially. And remember, this 1.5 number is the number around which all of the climate discussions have rotated. The number that diplomats have been holding on to tightly because they fear that without agreement that 1.5 degrees is still possible, people will go in their own directions. Big oil and other fossil fuel generators will have permission to continue to emit carbon, and that we will lose the centre of gravity that has proved so important in climate discussions and global agreements so far.
OK, Hannah, thank you so much.